And we are live.
We are
Oh, hello, my lovelies. This is your fairy book mother coming to you live from Corpus Christi, where life is good, with the lovely Jang Pimvisat, Europe's #1 Tantric master and love relationship coach. And I still can't say it without doing the eyebrows, you know. Can't do it. And we are joined today by the equally delectable, gorgeous, fantastic, and all-round wonderful, and be kind to her because she's a YouTube virgin, Catherine Dichy, Organic Beauty Rebel.
It's a pleasure to be here.
So this is Works in Progress, and what we're doing is we are interviewing, and generally interviewing is probably a slightly too formal word for what Jang and I do, but we're chatting with coaches, consultants, entrepreneurs, online creatives, and we're basically talking about what they're up to, how things are going, and life in general.
Yeah.
Okay. And so, Catherine, my dear.
Yes.
What are you up to these days?
Well, I just finished a workshop together with my dear friend Marianne Duvain, who is a great photographer, and we have this concept called the sparkling shoot, which is about taking selfies and how I teach how to really bring out the beauty from within to make your eyes sparkle. And then with some organic, clean, nice makeup and skincare, I bring out the best in the people and emphasize their features to look smashing on the picture. And that is one part. So this was this weekend that we did. And now I'm actually, today I was sending out some emails to some of the winners of the contestant of the selfies, two women won, and to invite them because they got free coaching with me, learning how to do personalized makeup for themselves, or if it's skincare, depending on what they really need, because I want to focus on the person. It's not only about the outside for me, it's mainly on the inside, and to work with the person. What do they need? What do they want to shift? Or what do they want to empathize? Or what do they want to grow in? Or what do they want to show? And then I give them the tools. And since it's like a gift, it's a part of a bigger part that I have created called the 5 senses. So that is more on depth coming from my book, Natural Beauty, that came out in 2012 in Swedish. And I have rewritten it, thank you, and translated it, which I have forgotten to really send you the translations. I apologize for that to you, Gail. So you can see if my language is complete or is in a good flow, because I love everything that is about flow and nice and easy to read, to comprehend. I don't want to complicate things, and I want to inspire. I want to really make people curious. What can I learn more about me? What is there more to get? And what do I already have inside of me that I haven't shown yet? And I think many of us can relate to that. I mean, many times we teach what we need to work on ourselves sometimes. And for me, that is one part, because I've been throughout the years working with photography and hair and makeup for photography and commercials and fashion, and very much standing behind the scenes and holding space for the ones in the picture, which I also love to do. And I realized then that actually my job was more about making them feel comfortable, seen, and confident.
Wow. Love it.
Before they came on stage or before they were in front of the camera. And then, of course, makeup helped them because it gave some security that they felt beautiful physically as well. And they felt that they had like some protection, because sometimes makeup can also be like a mask or like a protection, but it's still you, but it's just an up-level version of yourself or of the person.
Whoa. Love it. I love it.
I know when I was presenting many years ago, it's been a long time since, when I was at the front of a room and had to go on stage, I cultivated the impression with everybody around me that if I was not wearing makeup, they could not ask me to go on stage because they knew I would say no. And so, yeah, I used to say it was my painted on confidence. And if I didn't, if somebody asked me, will you host, because the host's not turned up or whatever, if somebody said to me, can you host? If I was made up, I would, without hesitation, say, yeah, sure, not a problem. I can do that. I haven't got a clue what I'm doing, but I'll do it anyway. That's the story of my life. If I hadn't put my makeup on, if we'd gone out in a hurry and we got there and somebody said to me, can you present? I'd be like, not a chance. No way.
Yeah.
And so these days, it makes absolutely no difference. I don't even own makeup anymore, Catherine. I left the last of the makeup that I owned in the UK when we came to Greece because there wasn't room in the car for it. I hadn't worn it for years at that point. No, seriously, Jang, the car was full. There's literally no room for anything else. And it was like, well, I don't wear it anyway, so I might as well throw it away. And I've just never bought any when I thought, well, I'll get some more when we get to Greece, but I never have because I haven't felt the urge to wear any. So, yeah.
No, I mean, it really depends.
I do like a good lotion and potion, though.
Yeah,
something that tightens and lifts. That I could live with that, but makeup, forget it.
I love that. Yeah. That's so confident.
I mean, there's always occasion for it. I mean, the makeup really has by itself different, meanings. Because as you said, for stage, it's one way. It's a protection. And I know, I mean, I've been working with a lot of singers, celebrities, presenters, and so on. And I know that for them, the makeup is really, like you said, protection. And also the way they want to show themselves. I mean, I know a woman, a singer, she's beautiful without makeup as well. And you can't recognize her when she doesn't have the makeup on. Because it's a total different person. So she puts on her stage persona. So, and I think many does. I mean, the big stars, I mean, if we look at Beyonce, Tina Turner and everything, I mean, their hair, most of it is filled in or put on or, and it's them, absolutely. But it's the version they want to show. And then at home, you don't know how they look at home. Maybe they look like that all the time. But who knows? Maybe they just put on up the hair like sometimes I do. I mean, I just have a thing on my top of my head and no makeup. And I sometimes hear from people when I go out to work, because I do not wear very much makeup. And the thing is, I have this trick. People don't see that I am made up. And they say, oh, you don't wear makeup. I say, yes, I do. They really? Do you have makeup on now? I'm like, yes, I do. You should see me without. And sometimes I actually go without, which means it's with people that I know, I feel very comfortable with, and that see me in all states. And I think that, well, I didn't focus on that because my focus is on the person I'm going to work with. That important. I mean, it's important how I present myself, of course.
Yeah.
But that's not my main focus. My main focus is the person I want to help and that I want to give the teachings or the makeup or the hairstyle or whatever I do. I mean, and I love working with my hands. You see, I move my hands when I talk a lot. I try to be more settled because I know in front of camera it can look a bit crazy. So I love working with my hands as well. So the creative part, it's so many parts of it. And I also have the skincare and the aromatherapy, which works. That's why my program is called 5 Senses, because I work with the 5 senses. The vision, the sense when you smell, the mouth when you taste, the ears. Because for me, I mean, beauty is about the wholeness. It's about how we feel inside, what we have in mind, what's happening in our mind, what we hear. We are so affected about what people say to us, or what kind of music we listen to, or noises that you don't really hear, but they're there. When they quit, like a fan or something, you suddenly hear the silence. And also the touch, the feeling, and all that I integrate together. So it's a whole concept that I'm now creating, and it's all new for me, and I'm going to launch it, and I'm kind of like postponing it a little bit, because as many of our creators and people that wants to do things, I'm kind of also a perfectionist, and I want really that everybody understands, and that it's going to be looking nice, and that it's going to be in a certain way. And actually the only person I really critic is myself. So I need to work on that one and really be happy with, because I know I have something to give, and I enjoy giving when I'm there. I mean, at the workshop, it was a blast. I had such a good time meeting these people, and we were doing all these different things. We were meditating, we were dancing, I was teaching the makeup, I was doing makeup on some people that were VIPs that bought the package where they got actually like the photo shoot. And one woman, when she saw herself, she just was, wow, what have you done? It's so beautiful. I'm taking your VIP ticket to class. I want to learn how to do this. And I'm like, yeah, you that was so beautiful. And she said, it's me, but it's somebody much, much better than me. So she recognized herself. So I'm not like changing people to somebody else. I'm actually bringing out the best of them in them.
Yeah. So you touched on something that I wanted to ask you about as well, because you mentioned earlier about you used to being behind the scenes and holding the space for the people in front. And although you have had the book and you've been the celebrity makeup artist in the past, now you're in that position of stepping out of the shadows and into the light, and getting ready to be the figurehead of your own program, if you like. And so I want to ask you how that is actually feeling for you, because I know I'm like, oh my God, I much prefer working with other people and then pushing them out. And so I know when I get on video, I'm bubbly and you can't shut me up. That's I know that, but I actually I really don't want to do it. I want to push other people out. So do you find that you have that same sort of feeling? And is that maybe a tiny part of why the perfectionist in you wants to keep spinning it until it's better? Definitely. Rather than saying, I'm here?
Definitely. It is, yeah, definitely. I've been very comfortable in being behind the scenes and not showing myself that much. But I realize, I mean, I have gone past the stage fright. I actually enjoy being on stage now. Of course, I'm nervous, but it's a kind of tingly nervousness that I do like. It's excitement in a way. So I do like that part. I think what I struggle with is more you know, like the social media being, you know, seen in a different way. I'm so much about real life, being here and now. And with what's been going on the last 2 years, it's more and more like this online. And I feel comfortable in front of a camera when somebody's hosting it, then it's fine. But then, I mean, I could do it myself, but it's that little step that I need to take, and I will. I'm getting there more and more. But I do like cooperation. Yeah, but I also like the cooperation. I think I'm a bit sick and tired of doing things on my own. I like to cooperate, to be like we do now. I like this format. I like to bring in people that have their specialties, and that I want to do more of in my programs. I want to have people that does their thing, like Marianne and I. She has photography, and we complement each other and we help each other. And I think that's such a beautiful thing, because it's not fun to be lonely out there, really.
I think that
shine on my own. I want to shine together with people.
There's something to be done with the two of you as well, because, you know, Jang's helping people with their relationship side, and, you know, on some level, one part of that is the getting ready for the dates. And so, you know, with the confidence and the beauty, I'm sure there's something to be done there as well that would be very interesting to see.
Absolutely. Yeah, and relationship is so important. I mean, on all levels, not only the physical and sexual, and couple is, I mean, all relationships, and it's all like a dance, I call it, because I like dancing. So I always refer to dance.
So I want to add something about Catherine talking about that she bring people into the here and now, and more feel, right, and awaken of the senses, 5 senses. I love about that, because I have been working with Catherine myself. She's just not only the best artist, makeup artist I ever met and experienced, but it's also, we have been, you know, spend day and night together. And she was here in my seminar in Belgium, and you know what, she gave me a makeup. Wow, it was the most beautiful experience I has ever had with an artist like you, Catherine. I want to share this with everybody that watch this live on YouTube or later on Facebook. Catherine is the most beautiful person, and not only persona that she play a role in artist makeup, right? But the kindness, the touch that she's, you know, blush my cheek, is feel like, oh, this is touch of mother, you know, the loving and kindness that you put every movement in mama on my skin. And I feel like, you know, I just want you to play with my face, my hair the whole day, you know what I mean? But however, we can't do that. We need to move on. We need to move on. We have work to do in events, right? And that's what I love about you. That's what I want to really highly recommend to all of people who watch this video, that it's about connection. It's about deep 5 senses that Catherine talking about, how to really feel, how to really acknowledge whatever go through in your now moment. And that's what the feeling of from deep inside, that you not only put the makeup on to just, okay, we are now like, when you're talking about a woman, she on stage, she needs some makeup to make her feel confident, because she feel good in her own skin, right? But the most importantly, you help people with your artists, you know, to really put their shoes on, to play the role. For example, you are the mother, now you are without makeup. You know, when I meet with my daughter, I without makeup. This morning I went to the grocery, you know, to grocery and supermarket. I do without makeup. I go there with a bicycle without makeup, you know, and it feels great. But sometimes we need to put another shoes on, another hat on to play a role. And that's what is important about, that you can help them to really, you know, because one of these days you cannot be mom the 24/7, you know, you need to work, right? You sometimes you go to be on stage, sometimes you're going to be to play a role of wife or lover, you know, you want to have some more confidence and feel good from the inside, that you look into the mirror, you know, and you feel, wow, who is this? She looks amazing, she looks confident, she looks beauty, she looks sexy. And that's your magical, you know, it's your talent. And I love about, you know, when you're talking about working with other people, because connection and relationship is all in our life. Whether we work together, whether we are with our partner, whether we are with our kids, everything is about relationship. So thank you so much for sharing that. It's you know, I can't help that to share this.
Oh, thank you so much for your beautiful, loving words. It was such a pleasure to be on your seminar. It was an amazing seminar, and it was so much fun and so much learning.
Absolutely.
Because it was my first that I really did present my book and myself in that way. And to do the makeup, I'm so happy to really feel, and as you say, I really love the connection that I get with the person, like with you. And when we were there on stage, it was great because I learned very much.
Yes, and you're so natural. You so, you know, you speak like speak normal. You know, you have so much confidence, Catherine, and that you are inspired to so many people that look after you. You know, that how you can be very confident in your own skin. You know, the movement, the way you speak, the way you teach on stage is such a beautiful, you know. And I really love to work with you over and over again. It's not because of your expertise and your amazing knowledge, but it's also your personality that I love, that I draw into you. You know, I just want to be surrounded by you. And, you know, just looking into, is looking into your face and be in your company is already lift my energy up. And that is the gift for myself, you know. And each and one of people who you met and surrounded by you, they are going to feel the same. I am 100% confident that they are going to have the same feeling what I had. So thank you so much for being here, and thank you so much for sharing your knowledge, and thank you so much, Catherine, to just being you.
Thank you. What a beautiful gift. I mean, wow. I'm like, I'm really grateful, because I feel this is really what I love to do. And I'm so happy that it comes through the way as you perceive it and as you told now. It's really heartwarming, and I'm blown away. It's exactly this, because this is what we have. And I mean, it's always, like I said, the dance. So what I give comes also out from you. And I see it in you. And we are mirroring each other.
Thank you, sweet.
So I'm a reflection of you and of you. So it's like really, It's really when we do that, and I know I have a funny story from. Can I tell that? When I was in LA, I was working for H&M and their catalogs, photo shoots, and I started very early in the morning. But the thing is, with the jet lag, it was no problem because I came from Sweden and I woke up very early, like even more early. So what I did, I went out power walking on the beach by Santa Monica, and every morning the same time. And every morning I met this woman, and I could see that she was struggling. Oh. It was very hard. Her face was very hard. She was very, very skinny. She had probably eating disorders, and she was like very focusing. And every morning I met this woman, and I smiled to her and I said, "Good morning." She never answered. And I went on every morning. I think after 5 days, suddenly her face opened up and she smiled to me and she said, "Good morning." And I just felt, yes. Aww. I went through that armor because I know what she's going through because I've been there. Yeah. I've been having eating disorder problems and stuff like that. So I know how closed you are and how the armor is so big. But when somebody smiles at you every morning, and then every morning we met, we were like, and more she opened up. And I felt really bad because I knew that I would go home and then she's not going to meet me anymore. And I really hoped that she could anyway still continue and maybe meet somebody else and see that her smile affects somebody else. So it's a chain reaction. Yeah. So hopefully she did. And but it's amazing when you can come through, and because everybody that is grumpy or that is in a bad mood or is not feeling well or something, of course there's something inside which is painful and which is hard or scary or whatever it is. But everybody have this beautiful, loving person inside of them.
Yeah. But sometimes people need to have an inspiring or encouraging in their life. That's why I believe, I think we all of us, lovely Gail and you also, Catherine, we believe in mentorship. We believe in coaches because sometimes, we don't know where to start. Even we want it so hard and so badly, but we don't know where to start. So we need someone who can hold us accountable to give us the right direction, the right tools, and also sometimes we need some kick ass in the ass. You know what I mean?
Push, moving forward thing.
And that's what we have about Gail and I. We are not just a business partner, but we are like, I really truly admire Gail from deep of my heart. Yeah, not because she's my business partner, but sometimes sometimes I felt like ups and downs. We all did, right? And then Gail just give me, she just feel and she give me some, kick ass and a laugh and only her smile, and then give me some hope and push me up. That's so wonderful. This is about relationship. That someone love you, and we trust that person because they also trust you. It's like you mentioned earlier, Kathleen, that you are a mirror for the people who you talk to, the people you met. So it is so blessed journey that I'm being here with lovely Gail and with you, Kathleen. You are always going to be my sister. And I hope in the future we can work together, even more.
We will.
Speaking of work, so I know we have to come back to it eventually.
Yes.
So what's next for you, Catherine? You're working on the book in English. The the second edition in Swedish, is that ready? Is that?
Yeah.
And so when's that coming
ready.
out?
So as soon as I get a publisher, I need to find a publisher.
Right. And then the English version is
I need
an edit.
Yeah, I need to get you to read it and to tell me this you need to change, this is very good, or
And in the meantime, you're working on your 5 senses program.
Yes.
So if somebody wanted to work with you and wanted to find out more about the 5 senses program, how would they do that? How do they get in touch with you? What's the next step for somebody who wants to work with you?
So they can, I have on my website, I have about my different programs, because I also have one-on-one coaching online. I have one-on-one coaching live. I have group coaching online, group coaching live, and the 5 senses. So it's different parts. And you can find
your website
is www.kadichy.com. So CADICHY.com. Yeah,
Kadichy.com.
Kadichy.com. Yes.
And
so there you can see what I've done and what I'm up to.
Do you have I know you said you're not a great fan of social media, but do you have any social media like?
So Instagram, I have Kadichy. LinkedIn, I have Catherine Dichy, and Facebook is Catherine Dichy.
Right, so we'll post all those in the comments underneath. There's Jang's on the ball.
Great, thank you. Yeah. So that's great. Yeah. So there you can see and you can book me, and or email me. Just email me if you have questions. The email address is on my website. I have 2 of them. I have one that is actually for booking if you want to book me as a hair and makeup artist for photography and or celebrity or whatever, what I've been doing all my years. I still do it and I still enjoy it. So that's a possibility to book me that way. But when it comes more to my coaching and everything, then it's another email address. And it's very clear. It's at the end. Contact.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much for joining us, my dear.
Thank you so much for inviting me.
I actually have noise outside. I don't think they've seen the live online thing, so this is possibly a good time to call it to wrap up before we get invaded. I'm training it. I'm working on it slowly.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Thank you
for inviting me.
Thank you very much for
My
joining
pleasure.
us, and thank you as always, Jang, for being with me and my safety in numbers.
Yes.
When your brain goes completely blank, it's nice to know that there's somebody there who can jump in and take over, and that you're not just going to be sat there in completely dead air going, I can't remember what was a moment.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much. I wish
joining us. And will you come back and join us as a guest again? Because we're planning on having quite a few rolling regulars, if you like. So
it's such a pleasure to be with you both. Absolutely.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Have a beautiful, beautiful evening.
You too, Kathleen.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Love you too. Bye. Bye, everyone.